particular verse is a most defining verse for International Society of Krishna Conscious devotee who are practicing under the guidance of Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Śrī Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vāsudeve bhagavati bhakti-yoga prayojitaḥ janayati asu vairāgyaṁ jñānam cha yad ahaitukam. So question is asked, what is the best welfare activity? And Sutta Goswami gives the answer, it is Bhakti-Yoga. What is yoga? Yoga means always getting connected to Krishna through parampara. Through the structure of an hierarchy where one continuously follows servants of servants of servants of servants of servants of Krishna. So this Bhakti Yoga is not something, a sentimental display of devotion. But unfortunately, in this world, Bhakti cult has been presented as a sentimental thing. When, before the advent of Bhakti-Vinod Thakur, the Bhakti cult was almost lost. People say, we follow Bhakti. What is your authority? Na Krishna, Gauranga. So they became Sahajia. So when you want to follow some authority, it's very difficult. I am following Krishna, yes, I am chanting. I am practicing Bhakti. So what net result was? Heavy sexual pollution. That completely polluted. And in fact, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he in fact named them Aula, Baula, Sakiveki, Gauranga Nagari, Ativadi. So like that, there are so many sects that came out. They entered into intoxication, illicit sex, but they represented Lord Gauranga to the masses. What ultimately happened, that the so-called intellectuals were also degraded idiots. They thought this is all nonsense. So the so-called Vaishnavism that was brought down to this wonderful earth by the most munificent incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was not there. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur has to bring in a renaissance and a cult of bhakti, which we call Bhakti-Yoga. Bhakti-Yoga has no trace of Sahajia-ism. Like Prabhupada is saying in the purport, Bhakti-Yoga means, like normally when you perform any yoga, yogic practice will have some severe austerities, serious study of Vedas, performing charities. So varieties of things need to be done to practice yoga system. And Bhakti Yoga appeared, you can enjoy sex, you can enjoy intoxication, you can enjoy everything, like if you go to Jagannath Puri temple, the Pandas, they would say, oh, don't worry, just love Lord Jagannath, you do anything, no problem, no problem. Just give some dakshina to our pocket and say Jagannath, Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. And do all illicit activities, no problem. And this is a serious problem in the contemporary world. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur single-handedly neutralized this nonsense by his strong example, by preaching very strongly, practicing very strongly. Who as a Grihastha can write hundreds of books? Who as a Grihastha can start various journals like Vaishnava Tosani? There are so many journals he started. He started the World Vaishnava Rajasava, the Worldwide Society of Vaishnavas. So many things he did. He established Yoga Pitha in Mayapur, and gave us clear understanding of Bhakti Yoga. So normally in the society there are two categories. One category, they want to remain independent and so that they are directly following Krishna. So there is no authority, no guru, nothing. I can practice the way I like. So mind becomes a prostitute. And that results in Sahajia-ism. Other one is we follow just Guru, whatever Guru says. And there is no sense of Krishna. So you will see, nowadays many organizations. So everywhere their Guru is only. Temple is Guru, everything Guru, there is no Krishna. So that's another Vyatikrama. What is English of Vyatikrama? Deviation. Vyatikrama means deviation. So another deviation. Whereas the real Bhakti Yoga, Krishna is the center, but practice is based on following the instructions of Guru. Sakya daritena samasta sastre uktas tatha bhavyata eva sadvi kintu prabhurya priya tasya Vande Guru Sri Charanar Vindam. So if we perform Bhakti Yoga under the guidance of a spiritual master, we will be surely making progress. That austerity you don't have to practice, it becomes natural to your practice. Charity becomes natural to your practice. Study of Vedas also becomes natural to your practice. Means everything is contained in Bhakti Yoga. I don't think that a person can perform severe austerities than Madhavendra Puripad. Forget about Madhavendra Puripad. Think of 6 Goswamis. Please come inside. The 6 Goswamis, they never lived under a tree more than a day. Come forward. Come forward. Like some days back, we were reading in Srimad-Bhagavatam Canto 1, I think chapter 14, Pandavas retire timely. Here Arjuna is remembering his association with Krishna. So we discussed that earlier time everything was in Vedic culture. But even if people lived within Vedic culture, there were demons and there were devotees. It doesn't mean that one follows Vedic culture means he is a devotee. Example was Jarasandha. All of them. Hiranyakashipu, Ravana. So these personalities, they are demons. But they had a lot of affection for Brahmanas. They gave charity to Brahmanas. They protected cows. They gave in charity a lot of cows to the Brahmanas. They followed their vow. If they give a word, they will fulfill it. But still they are demons. So just because we put on tilak, dhoti and kurta, doesn't mean we suddenly became a devotee. In real situation, it will turn out what I am. When I am exposed to the situation, then my real character will come out. The beastly nature will manifest. Sleep, laziness, no interest in chanting, no interest in hearing. These are all symptoms of a demon. You have heard about Kumbhakarna, right? Slept 6 months together. If you allow him to sleep even more also, he will sleep. Sudhir, you ask Sudhir, how nice is sleep? Right? If you like your sleep, you can sleep while speaking Bhagavatam. You can also sleep while sitting, standing in vrikshasana. There is a saying that someone wants to observe Nirjala. Okay? And says, outside is so heat, I will do chanting inside the water. And goes inside the water in the name of chanting, but he is drinking water. And comes out, says, what a fantastic Nirjala did I do. The best Nirjala I have observed in many, many years. So this Bhakti Yoga, if you are performing, you should evaluate yourself in terms of two things. One is how much transcendental knowledge that has graced your consciousness, and how much detachment you have developed. If these two things are not there, that means I am creating nuisance. Janayati, asu. Asu means very quickly. Janayati, generates. Very quickly, asu. Vairāgyam, detachment. Detachment. Like normally, those who want to become spiritual, what do they do? When I was in Chaudhar, I was afflicted by jaundice. So I had a friend whose mother was taking care of me. So while there, every day I used to hear that particular person, he left for Haridwar. Another day, Vibhu came running. Lashudhar, you know, we met that fellow on that day. Yes. Now he has gone to north. Like that. And that time, I was so ignorant, I could not value what it is. Actually, those who are very serious in liberation, then you must make sure that minimum entanglement you have with this world. Minimum entanglement. So that when time comes, you are capable enough to withdraw your senses and focus on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Because Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the only visa that we have. And this is a not international visa. This is a eternal visa. It's beyond, it doesn't, this visa doesn't obey the boundaries created by the special space and time. No. Once Prabhupada was telling to some of his disciples, he said that when we all chant together, whether you are in Los Angeles, you are in Vrindavan, you are in Mumbai, you are in Jagannath Puri, you are in Mayapur, you are in London, doesn't matter. We devotees are together in one space. That is spiritual space. Nothing divides us. So that is why it is said that if you are convinced internally that spiritual life is what I am born for. Normally people say, I am born for cricket. I am born for science. I am born for arts. I am born, Right? Now, if somebody is convinced by the grace of Guru and Krishna that I am born only for spiritual life, to practice spiritual life, to practice Krishna conscious life, here is a boy, he is serving nicely. So when he became very serious, I told, no marriage. But suddenly he found his mate and he got married, also leading very nice life. But normally, we would like to minimize the encumbrances that will waste your life and distract you from the lotus feet of Krishna. Suppose you get married, then you have wife, will have children, you have to give your children in marriage, and all those things, and then you have to forget again that you once upon a time you married, you had children, you had this or that, you have to completely forget before you can go back to Godhead. So it's best not to get married. Simply give your life to Krishna consciousness. Then you are not bringing in further contamination, further entanglement. Although Bhakti-Yoga is so powerful, where Prabhupada is saying in the purport, that even Strī, Vaishya, Sudra, Papa Yonaya, all of them they can practice, because this is so powerful that this can purify you very fast. And it will bring in detachment from everything. That means you live like a Grihastha, but you are not Grihastha. Okay? So this is something that we must understand, what is Bhakti Yoga. But all said and done, Bhakti-Yoga is not performed without proper guidance. If there is no guidance, Bhakti-Yoga becomes utpata. I'll read some of the verses. It's getting 10. Everybody is feeling hungry. And I am the demon there sitting in between you and Prasadam. Mayank Madhusudan. He has started becoming unstable. So please hear some of the verses. The occupational activities a man performs according to his own positions are only so much useless labor if they do not provoke attraction for the message of Personality of Godhead. So Bhakti Yoga, and then it goes to the occupational duty. Why occupational duty? Everybody has an occupational duty, right? Particularly the congregation that we have, hardly anybody is brahmachari. I think Mayank and Sunil and Gudla. Where is Gudla? And now I gave 2 slaps to Sudhir to follow the path. Here is Sudhir. So we don't have, we have here people that are very weak. So if you want to get married, you must practice 12 years of celibacy. Before you can get married. It's not that, a dog can come and say, I will marry. For dog, is there a sense of marriage? Dog has no sense of marriage. Dog will have sex with anyone. Daughter, son, I don't know what else, I don't want to enter into that. In Mahabharata you will say, when Bhima will scold someone, what is scold, He will before he kills him, he says, after I kill you, I bless you that you are burned among incense. You understand? That you will have sex with anyone and everyone. Incest. Those who have sex with their near and dear ones. Because this world is burned out of sex. I told you in the beginning, right, before I started, that everybody has an independent mind. They want to become independent. And wherever you have independent, that attitude, that motivation to become independent, curses you with tremendous amount of sex energy. So there is no point to saying, dog, you get married. You get married. Right? So marriage means something very sacred. That means the wife, the would-be wife, commits that my life is the way of my husband's life. I am absolutely, so this is called occupational duty. Like there are 4 other, this is the Varna and Ashram, right? You are brahmachari, I talk to you, brahmachari, you don't have to worry. That you just practice celibacy. Then Grihastha. And Grihastha is not a license to, to behave like a dog, right? And then you have vanaprastha. That means you got polluted by becoming Grihastha. Now you have to disentangle yourself. Age 50 comes, then you start disentangling yourself. and then ultimately sannyasa. Okay? You are on your own practicing Krishna consciousness. Right? So this is Varna wise. Ashram wise. And then your occupational duty also according to Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. Sudra is a service provider. Vaishya knows how to accumulate wealth. And Kshatriyas are supposed to give protection to others, and Brahmanas are supposed to guide the society in the spiritual way of life. So this is occupational duty. So we have occupational duty in terms of Varna, and we have occupational duty in terms of ashrama. These occupational duties must be followed. But suppose you are following this occupational duty, but you have no attraction for Krishna. Srama eva hi kevalam. You are a chaste student, but no Krishna bhakti. You are a chaste wife, you have no Krishna bhakti. You are a chaste sannyasi, you have no Krishna bhakti. You are a chaste brahmana, chaste kshatriya, chaste vaishya, chaste sudra, no Krishna bhakti. Srama eva hi kevalam. I'll read one more verse and then we stop. This is all connected. All occupational engagements are certainly meant for ultimate liberation. To be chaste in terms of our occupational duty is a necessity. But that necessity must be accepted to become attached to Krishna. Vāsudeve bhagavati bhakti-yoga prayojitaḥ. They should never be performed for material gain. Nowadays, students, they come to the teacher, how can I have 100k package? Wife comes to the husband, how can I inherit wealth such that I can enjoy? Or sannyasi says, with the dress of sannyasi, how can I get lot of respect as well as wealth? And similar way. So this is what it says. They should never be performed for material gain. Never perform material gain. No sleep. I'm saying some of you are sleeping. Furthermore, according to sages, one who is engaged in ultimate occupational service should never use material gain to cultivate sense gratification. And particularly, if you are practicing devotional service, we should never hanker for material gain and use that material gain for sense gratification to become independent, to become whatnot. Right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, very important principle in Bhakti-Yoga. It is said why devotees, those are genuine devotees, they live like a pauper. They have nothing to even eat. They have nothing to eat. I have a good friend in Jharkhand, Padma's friend, Jitenderji. So he has another friend who is running a school somewhere near Ranchi, maybe within 1 hour drive. I have gone to his school also. And so these people, they are from Vishwa Hindu Parishad, and they travel from village to village for Hindu Jagaran. So once they reached this particular person who is running school, now he is running school, that time I don't know what he was doing, and they gave a message, we are coming. We are feeling hungry, we will take prasadam in your house and then we will go. So with enthusiasm, he said, welcome, welcome, please come. And these people reached, and he brought water to wash their feet, gave some water to drink, made them sit, and then these people are talking, and he has gone inside and he's not coming out. And they're thinking, what is happening? Are they making 10, 20 items? And suddenly they realize, after a lot of introspection, that this husband and wife are feeling embarrassed. They have nothing to offer. They have literally nothing to offer. And they're, scratching their head, what should we give? So sometimes people ask this question, that why the devotees, they have nothing, whereas so-called materialists, they have everything, they enjoy. Okay? This question is being most of the time asked. Actually, devotees, knowingly, they do not want anything that can distract us from practicing bhakti. But then there is also another thing, that you see, in material realm, we enjoy happiness and distress based on our so-called sukriti. And this fellow who is a papatma, who is doing all kind of nuisance, right? But he has some sukriti. And the sukriti is allowing him to enjoy. The moment his sukriti is finished, that fellow will enter into Papa Yoni for millions of lifetimes. He's finished. He's dead. Externally he may appear he's enjoying. But a devotee, he has a lot of spiritual piety, but he has some residue of his papa karma, reaction. So Krishna allows him to suffer as much as possible to neutralize those papa karma so that he doesn't suffer again. He doesn't suffer. Okay? So, when we practice Bhakti Yoga, my dear friends, please make up your mind. In the middle you don't say, oh, did I come to Bhakti Yoga because of this? Only Hare Krishna? Only Hare Krishna? I cannot sleep. Yes, you cannot sleep. I cannot rest. Yes, you cannot rest. Just do service. Whatever is given service, just do it. Do it, do it. Don't bring in, अरे गलत कर दिया, ये ISKCON वाले मुझे पूरा ब्रेन वॉश कर दिए. Yes, we have done brainwash. We don't hesitate saying that we are not brainwashing. But your brain is full of filth. If you don't wash it, who will wash it? We are here to wash your brain. If you don't wash, who will wash? So, everybody can recite again. Vāsudeve bhagavati Bhakti-Yoga prayojitaḥ janayati asu vairāgyaṁ jñānam yad ahaitukam. Please remember this verse. This is the soul-defining statement of Sutta Goswami.